Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Hakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who was well. Peace and salutation to the elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is Persia and the Medes Unite. And that's basically going into Iran and Russia, going into Ezekiel 38 prophecy. We have here TASS, Russian news agency. It says Russian Iranian presidents signed strategic partnership treaty, right? So, this is prophecy. These individuals will come against Babylon the Great here in 2025. Things are heating up over there in the Levant region, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, right? The Lord's, judgment. It says the document is expected to bring relations between Moscow and Tehran to a new level, establishing a legal framework for the further development of cooperation in the long term. So it says, I read again, Russian Iranian president signed strategic partnership treaty. The document is expected to bring relations between Moscow and Tehran to a new level, establishing a legal framework for the further development of cooperation in the long term. Now I'll grab this since, I thought, I said it. Says, all right, so I'm gonna grab this for 1 second. Let me grab this also. Just bear with me and grab the scripture real quick. Okay, so that's Joel 3. All right, so this is Isaiah 34:1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear, and all that therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, Bashmiah shines upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter." So I'm gonna grab this, what I wanted. This is Joel 3, verse 2. It says the nations will be judged. Joel 3:1, it says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." That's the point. That's what's happening, right? These are the effects and signs happening in the end. So, Yahweh's judgment. That's the point. It says symbolical meaning of a valley near Jerusalem, which is, Jerusalem is over there in Israel, right? That Levant region over there. It says, which is the place of ultimate judgment. All right. So that's what's happening. Going back over here. It says, the Russian and Iranian presidents, Vladimir Putin and Moscow, have signed a comprehensive strategic partnership treaty. The ceremony was held following the talks in the Kremlin, a TASS correspondent report. So that was January 17th, and today's Kahala Yahweh Bashmiah Shai, right? It's 17. We got 144 there. So it says, the document is expected to bring relations between Moscow and Tehran to a new level. It enshrines their status as strategic partners. The agreement also establishes a legal framework for the further development of cooperation in the long term, right? And it won't be that long, right? Because we're at the end of this thing. World War III is here, is at the door, it's going to get nuclear, right? So this is, important stuff. It says, according to Russian and Iranian officials, the agreement covers all spheres, including defense, counterterrorism, energy, finance, transport, industry, agriculture, culture, science, and engineering. So everything, right? Including defense, which they're going to need, right? Because they're going to war. I just got that in Isaiah 34 and Joel 3. Ezekiel 38. verse 1, it says, and the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, right? So this is Russia, chief prince, Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, right? So this Russia is the chief prince of Turkey. Also, pretty soon we're going to see something happening with Turkey, right? You're going to see Turkey and Russia aligning themselves. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel, just as you see now these people, Russia and Iran, aligning themselves, right? So that's that's the Most High's word going out and not returning back void. It's accomplishing what it said it would do. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the son of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmiel Shah, behold, I'm against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Right? So these are Edomites, of course. Russia, the Most High is against them. It says, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmiel Shah, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. Right. So you got the Soviet Union, USSR, right, was disbanded, but the Most High is, bringing back this bear, right, which is Russia. It says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shield, all of them handling swords. Right. So Russia is gonna, get to them a large amount of allies. We just said Turkey was one of them. Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, right? Those the African continent and all of that, they're with them. All of them with shield and helmet. So they're they got their war attire on. It says Gomer, Germany, and all his bands. The house of Togomar, which is Turkey, again, it says of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with me. So many people, even people that's not mentioned here, and I went and I covered that, in some of my videos regarding different allies that, Russia is, grabbing to themselves. Let me make sure I said that word right. Bear with me 1 second. I'll continue reading. It says, be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Right. So Russia is going to be a guard to these people, meaning Russia is going to lead these people. Right. So Russia is going to lead these individuals, right, into battle. Verse 8, and I'll grab this in the NLT. Ezekiel 38 in the NLT, it says, a long time from now, you'll be called into action. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war and after his people have returned from many lands to the mountains of Israel. Right. And that's one and two is the land of Israel, and there's, talks of ceasefires even now, as Donald Trump takes office, and you perfectly get the scripture, peace and safety. What is it? First Thessalonians 5:3 says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. And we know the least of the flock is going to draw them out pursuant to Jeremiah 49. Right. That is Israel. So back in the NLT, it says a long time from now, you will be called into action. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war. Right. So right now, what you have is, 46,000 plus dead at the hands of Israel. Right. And how many ever, of their individuals got killed. So they're going to be covering from war. And right now, they're in talks of a peace talk as Donald Trump enters into office. But Russia and Tehran and their allies are going to swoop down on them while they're enjoying their peace. It says, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war and after his people have returned from many lands to the mountains of Israel. And you even have basically in 1948, when it became a state, you had people come there, and inhabit the land. And even now what you have is that people went out, they left because of the war, you know. So anyway, verse 9, it says, Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee. So, Russia is going to continue to do what they're doing, which is forming strategic partnership treaties with different individuals, to come against this land. You grab 51 and 11, it says, make bright the arrows, uh, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, right? That's going to Russia. For his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, the vengeance of his temple. See, Esau Edom being so wicked and prideful, he went into the temple, took the goodly things, and just, mess everything up. The Most High is going to come destroy him, and he's going to send the Medes to do that, which is Russia. It's Jeremiah 51:27. It says, Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Minia, and Ashkenaz. You grab that real quick. Jeremiah 51:27. It's going into like Armenia, Mini, right? And these are states that you can, in Germany, you can look it up. 51:27, I just want to make sure. So Ararat is Turkey, Minia is Armenia, and they're good. I believe they got something going on right now, Armenia and Russia. And then you have Ashkenaz, which is Germany, right? Appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. It says, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. So the nations with the king of the Medes. So back in Ezekiel 38, Russia is going to head these different individuals, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon desolation without inhabitant. Right? And America should be trembling at this right now, because this is prophecy. So moving on, Jeremiah 59, it says, For lo, I will raise and cause to come against, this is raise. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken, the arrow shall be as a from thence she shall be taken, their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Right, that's the point. It says, And Chaldea shall be a spoil, all that spoil her shall be satisfied, said the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. So, the Most High is going to have these nations come against her with these nuclear missiles. Right, these are the arrows. Right, and you see Russia is boasting greatly about his missiles. Right, he's preparing for war. This is Isaiah 9:5. It says, For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, in garments robed in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So this is the point. The third woe is World War III, and it shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Those arrows, which are the nuclear missiles. Right now that you have Russia boasting over it, pretty soon, Tehran is going to have those missiles right in there, because they're partners. It's Isaiah 54:16. It says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Right, so that's going to these arrows. You can get Joel 2 going into that. Let me grab this real quick. I believe it's 51. This is okay. We're gonna grab it. We're gonna go grab Joel 2. It says, Joel 2:1 says, Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in the holy mountain. Let all inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right? And you see things are preparing and getting ready for that. It says, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people in a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. It says a fire. So this is going to the chariots, right? It says a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yet and nothing shall escape them. So, you can be living in prosperity, enjoying your life, your land is good, you got food, but once these nuclear missiles hit, it's complete and utter destruction. So it goes into describing these missiles, right? That Russia, the Medes, and Persia is going to shoot over here. Let me read this. It says, the point I want is in 20, I started 18. Joel 20:18 it says, then would the Lord Yahweh Bashmi shall be jealous for his land and pity his people. Yet the Lord Yahweh Bashmi shall will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith, and I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. But I will remove. And you get Isaiah 65 around verse 13, because the days will come, leading up to this is going to be Jacob's trouble, famines, pestilence, and all manner of different things, and Most High is going to preserve his elect. It says in verse 20, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, and his inner part towards the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. So he'll be done. Wherever he lay at, wherever they go to battle, which is the Levant region over there in Jehoshaphat, right? The Lord's judgment, So that's the point. Lord willing, we're edified with this video. I'll say shalom to those elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.